War on Corruption. Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. Big Brother, mainstream media, government cover-ups. You want answers? Well, so does he. He's Alex Jones on the GCN Radio Network. And now, live from Austin, Texas, Alex Jones.
We are now into hour number 2. Bob Chapman on the economy and a lot more in the next segment. Feds use pre-crime to target disgruntled veterans is what we're covering right now. Continuing reading Paul Joseph Watson's article. Please get this out to all veterans you know. Veterans were again targeted in April of 2009 by Homeland Security assessment report entitled Right-Wing Extremism, Current Economic and Political Climate Fueling Resurgence and Radicalization and Recruitment. The report warned the #1 threat is veterans. It warned law enforcement officers to be on guard against disgruntled military veterans, especially veterans returning from the wars in Iraq and Afghanistan who were demonized as potential terrorists. The return of military veterans facing significant challenges, reintegrating into their communities could lead to potential emergencies, an emergence of terrorist groups or lone wolf extremists capable of carrying out violent attacks. Yeah, like when somebody finds out that they were soft-killed with DU. They're just supposed to take it and love it and die. And the cops, most of them former military, you're supposed to just die too and love it. And thank you, government. Thank you, bankers. Because they know you got a reason to be mad. The return of, this is from the report, the return of military veterans facing significant challenges, reintegrating into their communities, could lead to the potential emergence of terrorist groups or lone wolf extremists capable of carrying out violent attacks, said the report, equating Americans' supposed best and brightest with al-Qaeda bombers. DHS Chief Janet Napolitano, because see, the terrorists don't like you. The Homeland Security stages the terror attacks. They stage the cyber attacks, all of it. So they're the terrorists, and they're worried you're going to find out they're the terrorist. That's why they've got Glenn Beck, Rush Limbaugh, Stephen Colbert, Stewart on the left, all attacking 9/11 Truth this week, because they're worried. Because their bosses need to be able to keep bombing stuff so they can point all this at you. It's real simple. They blow stuff up, claim it's for a foggy enemy, build a giant apparatus the whole time that was designed for you, and now that's admitted. So now they're going to blow stuff up and say you did it. You understand how that works. It's real simple. This is how they arrest you. They're terrorists. And their little mouthpieces are part of the terrorism. DHS Chief Janet Napolitano was subsequently forced to apologize to veterans for the report, a token gesture which did not satisfy veterans organizations that were deeply offended at the content of the Homeland Security assessment. How about the Veterans Associations complain about gun groups being targeted as terrorists? How about veterans complain about how they're having their Second Amendment taken away for no reason? Pete Hegseth, chairman of Vets for Freedom, responded. It wasn't an apology in my view. It was one of those non-apology apologies. She was sorry that the veterans were offended. She should either apologize for the content of the report as it stands, or they should rewrite the report and reissue it. The whole thing is for you. It wasn't just that one report. Despite the apology, Big Sis Napolitano, Homeland Security, and the rest of the federal bureaucracy continue to make it clear that military veterans are the primary target of the war on terror, with the revelation that authorities are seriously looking at MIT's new pre-crime software as a useful tool with which to spy on the vets' private communications. They're already doing this. They're just now rolling it out. Identify emotional spikes and betray resentment towards government. These are quotes. And that target them with surveillance designed to be used on suspected terrorists. While the CIA blocks a lawsuit brought by veterans concerning illegal experiments on troops between the 50s and 70s, and while police officers beat those same veterans nearly to death, we have links to that, the authorities, not the servants, continue to make vets the #1 domestic target of the war on terror. A sobering reminder of the fact that the feds have identified the American people as their main enemy and are now focusing the vast and expanding force of big government against those who have considered themselves patriots for their entire lives. But they know you're going to wake up to who the real terrorists are, that America's been taken over by offshore megacorporations. They know that you're waking up to all of this, and they are coming after you. Homeland Security is for the American people. It is a classical tyranny wrapped in a high-tech sleeve, and it is expanding against all of us. And the problem is the government can give questionnaires to the TSA, the troops, the FBI, the police, and can always find a willing reservoir of useful idiots who like petty power, who will stomp all over our liberties and freedoms. We are under attack.